One of the distinctives of ABM is about supporting local people in local projects. So ABM doesn't necessarily or doesn't want to send experts in to do those sorts of things. They want to employ local people in local ministries. The opportunity that this role is giving me to get around the whole country, to see the whole story, and then to assess what we're doing as a country, and then to narrow it down to what we're doing as an Anglican church and what the Anglican Board of Mission is doing, is a pretty exciting challenge to be given. The focus is on 4 areas: the 2 theological colleges, Nungalinya in Darwin and Wontolt Bibaya in Cairns, the Bishop of Northern Territory's Clergy Retreats and Award Program, and a new addition about engaging the youth across the province in terms of future leadership development and those sorts of things that the church must look at. The whole program's really about, establishing better respect than exists or has existed for a while, establishing better relationships and working with opportunities. Education's a focus, encouraging people in ministry, at the same time looking for new opportunities to develop, and resourcing isn't allowing us to set those up yet, but there's certainly the potential is there wherever I go for new opportunities to be started. The challenges for Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island communities are based around things like health disadvantage, educational disadvantage, employment disadvantage, and the consequences of those things are things like incarceration rates amongst youth are incredibly high. And there's a new report that's come out, put together by, I think, 41 elders across the top end of Australia, and it's about the alarmingly increasing youth suicide and self-harm rates that have come into place in the last 20 years. And the statistics say that the youth suicide rate is the highest in the world. And that's in our own country. That's a frightening thing that we are oblivious to in some respects in our sheltered communities and within our Christian communities as well. One of the first opportunities I had was I was invited to go up to North Queensland, to Townsville, to speak at their synod, so the church government annual meeting, talking about a whole lot of stuff. And you do what you can do in 10 minutes with 300 or 400, or maybe 200 people at that synod in the room, and you're trying to engage people you've got no idea about. And I got a couple of positive questions, and I went to the back of the room after I'd spoken, and a guy who runs the local Liberal Party up there was keen to, shake my hand and say, "Fantastic, you've spoken well." And so I felt a bit chuffed that maybe it had gone okay. And then we went outside to have lunch, and I was sort of the new boy on the block, and people acknowledged me and said hello, and I just wandered around with my sandwiches. And then these 4 Aboriginal women sitting on their own called me over and said, "You making us cry, boy, telling our story." And so, to have those people do that, and then they said, "We want a photo with you, we want a photo with you." So, very few words, but enough to choke me up now, just as it did then. They want relationship, they want people to support, and so, I could see that despite my inability, my newness in the whole thing, they were pleased, they were ecstatic, they were overwhelmed that someone would stand up at synod and speak for them. So it's really clear that the colleges, the award program and engaging youth is fundamental to success for the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Island people wanting to be involved in ministry. So the November appeal is critical toward that success. So I'd really like to encourage you to give generously to this program. We really need your support to go on with the work that we are doing in reconciliation, and knowing that you can support that will be fantastic. Thanks very much.